Kirstin Cole in for John Muller.
Good morning. I'm Vanessa Freeman. We do have team coverage for you tracking Elsa this morning. Anthony DiLorenzo is live in the city, keeping us updated on what's happening in transit. But first, let's start off with Marissa Torres, who's in the weather center there tracking the storm. A lot to look out for today, Marissa. Good morning.
It was a disaster yesterday in parts of Manhattan between the subways and the roads, and we're continuing to see impacts from yesterday's storm and the commute that I'll be talking about. But look what's happening on the live radar. We now have Tropical Storm Elsa coming into the picture. We are getting into the thick of it, as you can see. So we'll start to zoom in on some of the spots that are seeing some of the heavier rainfall. And where you see areas that are shaded in more of the yellow to orange, the red, you're going to have at least an inch of rainfall per hour falling on you. It'll be higher in areas that you see the red shading, but this is along the Parkway down through the Jersey Shore. Even as you head up for the Turnpike trying to get into Edison, you're up against that rainfall. Through Yonkers, northern Manhattan there, up through parts of Westchester, Rockland County, you're dealing with that moderate rainfall. And then we take it out to Long Island. You guys are going to be seeing a lot of rain for today, already dealing with some of the more moderate showers over the LIE Northern State Parkway. Again, heavy in spots, maybe a little bit lighter in others where you're seeing that lighter shading. Either way, it is widespread, steady rainfall that isn't going to stop for the next several hours. Here's a look at Elsa. She hopped offshore, even sparking some tornado warnings just north of Atlantic City. So it is back offshore, the center of the low back over the ocean. So a little bit, at least one lane, and the delays starting to ease out. If you don't have to commute today, this morning, don't do it. This storm we're going to be tracking. It looks like Elsa starts to pull out of the city by 8, 9 o'clock, and then out of Long Island by 11 or so. So if you don't have to commute this morning, it looks like we could be up against some very dangerous conditions. So we're going to continue to follow Elsa, as well as that tornado warning, guys, that expires at 5.
While the rain hitting our area hard, we have reporters checking out conditions all across the area. Pix 11's Katie Crotto is live in Belmar on the Jersey Shore with more on what's happening there. Katie, you are right in the line of this tornado warning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Vanessa. We are in the thick of things right now. We actually got that emergency alert over our cell phones about 10-15 minutes ago for that tornado warning. We are on the boulevard right now on Ocean Avenue.
Tornado warning along the Jersey Shore for us this morning. The city also bracing for what is next this morning after some subway stations were absolutely deluged yesterday. Waist-high water. Major highways became rivers during yesterday's flash flooding, which of course is the dangerous of all weather phenomena. Still, the MTA insisting it is prepared for today's tropical storm. Pix 11 tornado warning along the Jersey Shore for us this morning. The city also bracing for what is next this morning after some subway stations were absolutely deluged yesterday. Waist-high water. Major highways became rivers during yesterday's flash flooding, which of course is the dangerous of all weather phenomena. Still, the MTA insisting it is prepared for today's tropical storm. Pix 11's Anthony DiLorenzo live on the Lower East Side with a look at how the city is faring so far. The big question, how do they say they're prepared when we saw so much water inside the subways, especially given how much was done after Sandy? How the city is faring so far. The big question, how do they say they're prepared when we saw so much water inside the subways, especially given how much was done after Sandy? For us as well, the rain hitting our area hard. We've got reporters in the thickest areas of it all across the tri-state.
Absolutely. Pix 11's Katie Crotto. She is live in Belmar on the Jersey Shore with more on what's happening there. Katie, obviously the storm surge will be a major issue today as the wind and rain picks up during the course of this morning. Good morning to you.
For us as well, the rain hitting our area hard. We've got reporters in the thickest areas of it all across the tri-state.
Absolutely. Pix 11's Katie Crotto. She is live in Belmar on the Jersey Shore with more on what's happening there. Katie, obviously the storm surge will be a major issue today as the wind and rain picks up during the course of this morning. Good morning to you.
On the Lower East Side with a look at how the city is faring so far. Hearing from the MTA interim president there yesterday, Anthony, it almost sounded as if she was saying you just can't do anything about this when you get this much rain this fast.
Frozen without power in the
dark. That's right, across the area. We had 2.5 million during Isaias, which was just a year ago. Let's hand it over to Marissa Torres, who's on top of the whole thing.
Yeah, we have a lot of watches, lots of warnings. We were able to get rid of that tornado warning, thankfully, without seeing anything come out of it at this point. So right now we're talking about the tropical storm warning. Nassau, Suffolk, Monmouth, Ocean counties, especially concerned along the shore where the winds will be.
And Suffolk County is getting drenched right now. A tropical storm warning remains in effect for those areas as Elsa barrels through. Pix 11's James Ford joining us now from Long Beach, where those winds are whipping. James, I'm afraid your glasses are no match to those high winds and rain. Good morning.
A weekend after this morning, and if you don't have to commute, it is a difficult morning out there on the roads. 13 right now. The roads are really messy out there, mainly because of the rain and the rain that we had last night. Investigations, that's what we're going to start off with. So if you don't have to be traveling this morning, keep yourself safe and keep everybody else safe.
Unveiling a sweeping and extensive plan aiming to help kids as they return to the classroom next year. It's an outline for how New York will spend its share of the billions of COVID recovery dollars aimed at schools. Pix 11's Henry Rossoff breaks down what parents.
Florida.
Yes.
I'm kind of jealous. I want to. I think we all want to go,
Yes.
especially after this week that we've had. But thanks for being with us, everybody. We appreciate you. I'm Betty Nguyen.
Yeah, I'm Dan Manarino. We have team coverage, by the way, coming up in just a few minutes of Tropical Storm Elsa. But we are starting to see some blue sky.
Of course, we are keeping you updated on this storm, of course.
Yeah, so Elsa blowing through the tri-state area. Our team's been covering to clear out of the tri-state, but Long Island's still feeling the storm's impact, and they will until about lunchtime at least.
Nassau County drenched after hours of some really heavy rain. That's where Pix 11's James Ford joins us now with the latest on the conditions on Long Beach, and it's still coming down there.
Or James can't get enough.
That than people out there in the white caps, you see it
Yeah.
all the time, right? And then sometimes they risk
Yeah.
injury because of that. So
And James,
we'll
thank
take
you.
it.
Thank you for coming on to the morning show this morning and dealing with the rain. You do it with a smile, and that helps us get through it all.
It's always good to see you, James. Okay, you'll get dry. As Elsa bears down on us this morning, the city is bracing for what's next after some subway stations turned into lakes. Did you see this? Major highways became rivers during yesterday's flash flooding as well.
Yeah, it was incredible images. Still, the MTA insists it is prepared for today's tropical storm. Everything pretty much going smoothly for them this morning. Fingers crossed. Pix 11's Anthony Lorenzo on the subway system this morning, but some of those images from yesterday, just incredible.
It looked like a waterfall coming
Yeah.
down. One of those.
All right, 10:10 right now. We're also live over in New Jersey where the sky is clearing.
Yeah, Pix 11's Katie Corrado. She's live in Belmar with more. And
But yeah, it feels like I've been out 2 different days. This morning feels like a totally different day.
Right,
But it's
just
so
a matter of
nice
hours.
to see that the storm has now cleared,
Yes.
Yeah.
and
Hey.
it's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. Let's try this again, Katie, okay? By the way, if you want the ice cream, I'll Venmo you. But
We've
first
heard
off,
that
let's
before,
try
right?
this again, okay? Let's try this again. Gray skies are gonna clear up.
wow. She
Katie,
left you hanging.
what's the rest of
tight.
the lyric?
That's for you to do.
What's the rest of the lyric, Katie?
Put on a happy face.
Thank you.
Dan, I let you sing.
Oh, and that's such
You
an
do the
unfortunate
singing now.
thing.
That's it.
Not me.
I'm not Venmoing you anymore. No money. That's it. No ice cream. No donuts.
Aw,
No, but I'm
Katie.
glad.
Buy my own ice cream.
That's okay. I'm glad it's
She
clear
doesn't
enough,
need
Katie.
your stinking Venmo. All right, thank you, Katie. I'm so glad the weather's turning nice out there.
Yeah.
Maybe enjoy the beach while you're out there. So a look at today's top stories. We got that coming up right after the break.
All right, including an extensive plan aiming to help children as they return to the classroom next year.
It's an outline for how New York will spend its share of the billions of COVID recovery dollars aimed at schools. Pix 11's Henry Rossoff.